The problem with most people is that they wait. They wait for the perfect moment, the perfect opportunity, the perfect motivation, the perfect clarity. They wait for conditions to be ideal before they take action. But life is never perfect. Conditions are rarely ideal. Waiting is the silent killer of dreams, the thief of ambition, the invisible chain that keeps potential trapped in a prison of hesitation. Every second spent waiting is a second someone else is using to move forward. Every day you postpone action, you let fear, doubt, and procrastination take root. The truth is simple. If you want to change your life, if you want to achieve anything meaningful, you must stop waiting. You must just do it. Motivation is fleeting. Inspiration is unreliable. You cannot sit around hoping that the perfect feeling will magically push you forward. Those who succeed, those who rise, those who leave mediocrity behind understand this principle deeply. They act even when they do not feel ready. They take the first step even when the path is unclear. They commit to action despite uncertainty. Every great achievement begins not with certainty, but with a single decision to start, to move, to try, to risk, to act. This is the essence of the mantra. Just do it. Stop thinking. Stop overanalyzing. Stop doubting. Most people hide behind the illusion of readiness. I'll start tomorrow, they say. I need to prepare more. I'm not ready yet. But readiness is an illusion. Life does not wait for you to be ready. Opportunities are fleeting. Time is relentless. The people who achieve extraordinary things rarely feel fully prepared when they start. They feel fear, uncertainty, and discomfort. But they do it anyway. The first step is always the hardest. And the first step is what separates dreamers from doers. You cannot wait for the perfect conditions. They will never come. You can only act now. Just do it. Waiting for readiness is an excuse dressed up as logic. It is the safe path for those unwilling to face discomfort. But the cost of waiting is immense. Every moment spent delaying action is a moment lost. Every day you hesitate, you reinforce habits of fear and avoidance. The more you wait, the heavier doubt becomes. The longer you postpone, the more impossible the task seems. But the secret is simple. Action begets confidence. Motion creates momentum, and the first step dissolves the fear that seemed insurmountable. Start before you feel ready. That is how progress begins. Perfection is a myth. Most people will never act because they are waiting for perfect conditions, perfect skills, perfect timing. But perfection does not exist. Waiting for it guarantees nothing but stagnation. Action, even imperfect action, is infinitely more valuable than inaction. The moment you act, you learn. You adapt, you grow. There are always high open sources. Every mistake, every failure, every misstep becomes feedback, a lesson that propels you closer to mastery. Those who succeed are not perfect. They are persistent. They are willing to stumble, to fail, to fall, because they understand that the journey is the teacher and movement is the curriculum. Just do it, even imperfectly. Perfectionism is the enemy of progress. It is a subtle form of procrastination that paralyzes potential. The world rewards results, not excuses. Results are created through action, not planning, not dreaming, not waiting. You cannot think your way to success. You must act your way into it. Every hero, every legend, every icon you admire started somewhere, often clumsily, often uncertainly, but they started. And starting is all that matters. Action creates momentum, and momentum eventually generates mastery. You cannot master anything without first doing. Fear is inevitable. Every time you step outside your comfort zone, fear will appear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of inadequacy, fear of embarrassment. But fear is not your enemy. It is your compass. Wherever fear shows up, it points directly to the area where growth and transformation await. The people who achieve extraordinary things do not avoid fear. They embrace it. They understand that fear is temporary, but regret is permanent. Fear is the sign that you are on the right path, that you are pushing boundaries, and that the action you are about to take matters. Just do it, even when fear tells you to stop. Because every victory begins with courage. Fear is what separates the dreamers from the doers. Most people quit before they even begin because fear convinces them to stay small, but courage is simply acting in spite of fear. Each small action taken despite fear compounds into confidence, skill, and resilience. Momentum is built through repeated acts of bravery, showing up, doing the work, taking risks, and every time you rise above fear, you reinforce your own power. The first step is scary, the 100th step is easier. Fear diminishes with action. We can tell Christopher, motivation is temporary. It comes and goes like the tide, unpredictable and unreliable. Most people think motivation is what drives success, but the truth is deeper. Discipline is what sustains it. The ones who achieve extraordinary results do not rely solely on bursts of inspiration. They rely on consistent action, repeated every day, even when they do not feel like it. Discipline is choosing to take the next step, write the next page, make the next call, or practice the next skill. Even when your mind and body resist, just do it, because action repeated over time builds results that motivation alone cannot. Discipline turns small actions into habits, and habits into results. It bridges the gap between dreams and reality. You do not need to feel ready to start. You need to commit to showing up no matter what. Every action you take against resistance strengthens your resolve and brings you closer to mastery. The disciplined person understands that consistency compounds, that momentum is created by small, deliberate choices, and that time rewards those who act daily, regardless of emotion or circumstance. The enemy of action is not failure, it is procrastination, waiting for the perfect moment, the ideal conditions, or the right time is a form of self-sabotage. Procrastination convinces you that you will start tomorrow, next week, or next year. But the truth is, tomorrow is always uncertain, and life moves relentlessly forward. Each day you postpone action is a day lost. Dreams do not wait, and opportunities are fleeting. To rise above procrastination, you must commit to immediate action. Do not think, do not hesitate, do not rationalize, just start. The moment you begin, momentum builds, fear diminishes, and clarity emerges. Procrastination is often rooted in fear. Fear of failure, fear of criticism, fear of the unknown. The antidote is courage, expressed through action. Start small, start messy, start imperfectly, but start. The people who just do it understand that perfection is an illusion and that waiting ensures nothing. Each step, no matter how small, moves you forward. Every action taken today compounds into tomorrow's results. Stop thinking about starting, start thinking about finishing, and begin immediately. Some of the most remarkable successes in history began with a single decision to act. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team, yet he did not quit. He just did it. He practiced relentlessly, worked harder than anyone else, and eventually became one of the greatest athletes of all time.
JK.
Rowling faced rejection after rejection before Harry Potter became a global phenomenon, yet she refused to give up. She just did it. Elon Musk risked millions of dollars and faced near bankruptcy to build companies that would redefine transportation and energy. He just did it. These stories share a common principle. Success comes not to those who wait or hope, but to those who act decisively, despite fear, doubt, and obstacles. Every legend, every icon, every trailblazer took imperfect action when the moment demanded it. They did not wait for permission, validation, or confidence. They created momentum by moving forward in faith. The world rewards action, not contemplation, effort, not excuses. The people who rise above mediocrity are those who understand this truth and apply it relentlessly. Action creates momentum. The hardest part is often starting, but once you do, each step reinforces the next. Momentum is built when you keep moving, when you refuse to stop despite fear, fatigue, or doubt. It is the invisible force that turns ordinary effort into extraordinary results. Once you begin, even small actions compound, creating acceleration that propels you forward faster than you imagined. Just do it, because action itself generates clarity, confidence, and strength. Momentum also transforms your mindset. When you act repeatedly, fear diminishes, self-doubt fades, and resilience grows. You begin to see that obstacles are temporary, challenges are surmountable, and failure is a stepping stone rather than a stop sign. Momentum fuels consistency, and consistency fuels mastery. Every action, no matter how small, compounds into results that seem impossible to those who remain stagnant. The path to achievement is simple. Start, act, repeat, and trust that momentum will carry you forward. If you're serious about taking action in your life, stop waiting and start now. Hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell, because here on this channel, we bring you daily motivation, life-changing insights, and the push you need to stop procrastinating and start achieving. Don't just watch. Take action, and let's rise together.